General Hospital spoilers and updates tease that Drew Cameron Matheson will be blindsided when the SEC judge turns down his plea deal at the last minute. Drew's attorney Zeke Robinson, Gavin Houston, had a deal, and it had been accepted. But at the last minute, the judge turns it down and gives Drew 2 years in Pentonville. The closest federal prison for white-collar crime is in the Midwest, and apparently extremely overcrowded, with Cyrus Renault, Jeff Cover, having been transferred from there over a year ago. So the best bet for Drew to have to serve his sentence in is Spring Ridge, right there in Port Charles, and minimum security. Pentonville is for hard-timers and violent criminals, and while close to Port Charles, is further away and where Cyrus was transferred to. Drew's plea deal is for 6 months. Drew has been told that it sounded like the plea deal for 6 months in Spring Ridge is a done deal, since usually they don't house white-collar offenders in Pentonville. The only other federal prison on the East Coast is in Arlington, Virginia, and it's overcrowded, so a regular prison will have to do. Drew, his attorney, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and other family, friends, and supporters are in court as the docket is called and the court commences. Drew already updated Carly, assuring her that he was told the deal was accepted for 6 months in Spring Ridge, and with no criminal record, there should be no problems. It should be just a matter of the judge doing what judges do and pronouncing the plea deal acceptance, and Spring Ridge won't be so bad. 2+ years in Victor Cassadine's, Charles Shaughnessy, dungeon were much worse, and he lived through that. Carly, of course, thinks the whole thing is ridiculous, and it's a setup, even though technically he did talk about things he shouldn't have, the definition of insider trading. Instead of what Carly, Drew, and Zeke expected, the judge instead demonstrates bias against the military and, in particular, Navy SEALs. The judge calls Drew a trained killing machine and that he wouldn't be appropriate for Spring Ridge, and throws the book at him with 2 years hard time in Pentonville. Drew is blindsided, and Zeke doesn't understand what happened. The deal was accepted. Why reverse course now and overdo it at that? It's obvious the judge, who is biased against the military, wants to make Drew an example and give him the worst sentence possible allowed. Zeke can try to appeal it, but that won't stop Drew from being taken to Pentonville as soon as sentencing is complete. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates.